Opportunity here then to get some revenge for KASATKINA, but also another chance for Wang XINYU to continue on with her own rise in the game and to prove that the win against KASATKINA at the China Open was no fluke.
30 seconds.
DARIA KASATKINA, also known as Dasha, those closest to her, gracing the lineup as the top billed female player, climbing the rankings ladder since her top 10 debut in 2018. 26-year-old KASATKINA soared to a career high, world number 8 in October last year. 6 singles titles under her belt. She's a fierce competitor with a very creative playing style. Touch on that as this match goes on. Not the tallest, DARIA KASATKINA. She's very smart how she goes about her play. She's found ways to be very successful in terms of her approach and her strategy. As Wang XINYU, rising star in the world of Chinese tennis, 22-year-old, has achieved milestones galore this year, reaching a career-high singles ranking of world number 32 in October, and also winning her first Grand Slam doubles title at the 2023 French Open with Xie Suwei. That helped her peak at world number 18 in the doubles rankings in September. Tournament being played on this indoor hardcourt surface, this wonderful venue, and all singles matches will be contested as a best of 3 sets with a 10-point match tiebreak in lieu of a third set. And XINYU is underway.
Lovely.
Out of the reach of KASATKINA. Cross-court forehand from Wang XINYU. Disappointing double fault there by Wang XINYU. Ending at 5'11", KASATKINA 5'7". Does have that height advantage over her opponent. Wang XINYU, born in Shenzhen, a basketball playing mother and a tennis coach father. Destined to become a professional athlete in that sort of environment. There from Wang XINYU gives the break to DARIA KASATKINA after a strong start. That break in the opening game. KASATKINA, generally a baseline player, a very crafty style of play. Does employ a variety of shots, including those heavy topspin forehands. Also have the one-handed slice backhand in the arsenal as well. Quite comfortable with changing it up, just varying her selection with the ground strokes.
15 love.
Double fault there from KASATKINA. Went for the lob initially, but it was that additional reach that XINYU has. Able to volley back across. KASATKINA taking the opportunity to go out on the attack again. Really well placed forehand. That's another double fault from KASATKINA on this side once more. Seems to have a bit of an issue with trying to get the rhythm in the service game going right at the start of this one. Potentially a big moment coming up for XINYU. Chance to break back. There you go. It's back in it. Broken back nicely. XINYU. KASATKINA not taking any chances with the first serve on that occasion. Just playing it safe. XINYU the opportunity to be aggressive straight away. She is quite an aggressive baseliner, XINYU. Bringing that backhand well wide. The 22-year-old from Shenzhen has built a solid team around her. One of those is Chung Sai, who played on the tour and knows all the ins and outs. A young player surrounding herself with experience. So important that you have a good group around you in your entourage. XINYU has often spoken about how positive the members of a team are, having a direct impact on her, providing lots of positive advice for her to digest. Lots of advice in terms of learning how to integrate those tips into her own play. Well, at the moment, she's having an issue with her service game on XINYU. Broken back, make it one game each. Those mistakes have been prevalent with those ground strokes. Making several errors on XINYU, still finding it difficult at the moment to get into a momentum and a rhythm. KASATKINA be serving next, trying to extend that lead, wanting to hold the service game, making her own errors in her service game earlier. Wang XINYU the opportunity to pull herself level. Well, she is quite a talent, Wang XINYU. Over the last couple of years has been establishing a name on the tennis tour. Development has been gaining speed very nicely. Picking up a racket for the first time when she was 6 years old. She's developed a playing style that she describes herself as aggressive and decisive. A singles match that stands out in her mind the most was when she played Maria Sharapova in the second round of the 2019 Shenzhen Open, where she won the first set but was forced to retire due to injury.
Seat, please. Thank you.
Lots of encouragement from Sharapova, who told her to take care of herself, and that if she did, she would one day be a #1. Still in the very early stages of her professional journey. A strange one really from KASATKINA, pulling that forehand wide as well. In wrong sort of connection. Timing on the contact with the ball. And just making Wang XINYU work along the baseline there. KASATKINA set up for the finish on the volley. Didn't really put a lot of force behind that volley, but it was enough to eventually win the point. KASATKINA coming into this tournament, having last taken part in the Huafa Technology WTA Elite Trophy, which was held in Zhuhai, China, on the 24th to the 29th of October. Holding serve there, KASATKINA. Being able this time around to extend the lead in this first set to 3-1.
Love 50.
It's just off and wide. An effort from the forehand by Wang. Great return on that forehand from Wang XINYU. Plenty of power. Both ground strokes from the players. Sending KASATKINA across to the other end before opening up the space for that forehand down the line. It's a neat rally, very tidy. A couple of instances there We saw the backhand slice coming out from KASATKINA. Returned well by WANG XINYU. Again, nice example of that smart play from KASATKINA. Just from the baseline. WANG XINYU getting lots of encouragement from the crowd. Father Wang Peng was a player himself, also captained China's Billie Jean King Cup team. One of her close friends on tour is Iga Swiatek. Another she has described as being like a big sister. And the other big sister for WANG XINYU is Li Na, greatest tennis player to ever come from China. Li Na was WANG XINYU's idol growing up.
Game KASATKINA.
Well, starting to just run away from WANG XINYU here. KASATKINA showing lots of good control, keeping her composure in the service game in general, and also playing her part. There's been far too many mistakes from WANG XINYU. That's in the opening stages of this matchup. DARIA KASATKINA up 4-1. KASATKINA finishing top of her group at the WTA Elite Trophy in Zhuhai just in October, progressing into the semi-final of that competition. She had Barbara Krejcikova and Magda Linette in her group. Her first match of a competition being against Krejcikova, was 10th in the WTA. Had a record, had a 3-for-1 record against KASATKINA. It was a closely fought match in the 5th head-to-head between those two. Fixture going all the way to the deciding third, which was won by KASATKINA. She then found it a little easier against Magda Linette, but straight set win, 6-3, 6-4, seal her place in the semi-final as a group winner. That's where her title hopes would come to an end, though, as she suffered a 6-4, 6-1 defeat to Beatriz Haddad Maia of Brazil. Third double fault from KASATKINA in this match already. Now 226 double faults this year on the WTA Tour for KASATKINA. Lovely play from WANG XINYU. What's interesting about DARIA KASATKINA as well is the number of service games won this year on the tour. Percentage just under 60, 59.9% of her service games won this year. WANG XINYU with a chance to pull a game back.
15-14.
Wells have a bit of a cushion here in this game. At 15-40. He's going for the drop shot there, Wang XINYU. Drawing KASATKINA towards the net. Actually able to use that reach and get across. Make it very difficult for KASATKINA to return. Just there. Put a bit of power and top spin, looking for the cross-court passing shot on the forehand. Doing well to break that service game of KASATKINA. She hold a serve here. It's just out. KASATKINA. She thought it was close. Certainly looked close. From this angle, this position as well. Well, it's 15 love to Wang XINYU. Big, powerful serve by Wang XINYU. Collecting the ace. 93 of them this year on the WTA Tour. They're doing well to hold the service game at the moment. 66.2% win rate from the service games for Wang XINYU. They're winning that game pretty comfortably as well, Wang XINYU. Getting back up to 3. Doing well just to close that gap between herself and KASATKINA. Full fighting spirit being shown by Wang XINYU. Starting to perhaps get into that momentum. Finding a form again. And working her way back into this match. Wang XINYU. Still a lot of work to do. It's gone from 4 games to 1, and 4 games to 3.
Time.
Now look back at some of the action from that service game of KASATKINA. Was broken by Wang XINYU. Gave herself the opportunity then to hold serve.
Sit please. Thank you.
Go up to 3 games in this first set. Umpire having to constantly remind some of the spectators who are just coming in late for this one to stay seated.
15.
Find their seats quickly. set up for them for that finish, wasn't it? KASATKINA knew immediately when that shot was played from Wang XINYU. And the opening was presented to her straight down the line with the backhand. Oh, yet another double fault. It's been an issue for some of the players in the field. We saw Taylor Fritz struggling with his service game yesterday as well in his semi-final against Thailand Greek Sport. Under pressure here, KASATKINA. Wang XINYU with a great opportunity. Get back level. Just looking to apply the finishing touch there, Wang XINYU, with the power on that forehand. Just couldn't quite get the elevation. All about the connection and the timing of it as well. Spent a long time in the air, that lob from KASATKINA. Wang XINYU just didn't quite catch it as well as she would have liked. Fantastic return from Wang XINYU. That's with that backhand straight down the line. Lots of pace on it. Good control. 143.2% of her return points this year on the tour. Wang XINYU. Now KASATKINA eventually doing enough to hold serve. 5-3 in favor of KASATKINA. Chance to win this first set here. If she can find the break against Wang XINYU. Crowd at every opportunity looking to encourage Wang XINYU. Brilliantly done. Let's listen to that roar of approval from the spectators here in this venue for Wang XINYU with that serve and approach, attacking the net. Brilliant volley on the backhand. Wonderful touch. And showing great power with that serve and volley game. Wang XINYU. Getting it right with the power and angle of the serve. This time around, just staying on the baseline, Wang. Oh, well, she had to defend and hang on initially, did Wang. She recovered brilliantly. I saw an opportunity to switch that defense into attack straight away and took it. Just reaching out, and then this was the effort on the backhand. Done very well there to hold on to a service game at Wang. KASATKINA will be serving for the win in the first set. Well, XINYU knows exactly what she has to do to try and keep this one going. They're looking for that break. Serve, she's done it once already in this first set. Can she do it again? Let's head into the closing stages of this first set. DARIA KASATKINA, 5-4 in the lead. Will be serving to seal up the first set.
Time.
Well, KASATKINA was eager and ready to get back on court quickly. Sharing a bit of a joke with Wang XINYU on her way across. It was nice to see. There's a lot of respect amongst the players in this competition. All of them talking about how much they were looking forward to playing here.
Let's the service.
Well, you can see the idea behind that from Wang. Just opened it up, face of the racket on the forehand, looking for the slice in the drop shot. She was caught on her heels, KASATKINA. Unfortunately for her, that effort from Wang going just wide. It hasn't necessarily been the best of years for KASATKINA on the WTA tour in terms of titles won. Last year was a lot better. Picked up 2 of them in 2022. Got herself back into the world's top 10 4 years after she first made it there. Good use of the lead court there. KASATKINA picking up the first game, or the first set rather, 6-4. Holding on to a serve right at the end. And a big second set coming up for Wang XINYU. Tried to fight back, Wang XINYU. Gave a good go of it after falling behind 4-1. Broke one of KASATKINA's service games. You see those double faults really being racked up by KASATKINA, 5 of them. winning the majority of her first serve points, or 68%. 3 for 3 on the break points, 2 for 4 from Wang XINYU. It was those early breaks from Daria KASATKINA that allowed her that advantage and the opportunity to really press home that advantage, which eventually she took. That's a win in the first set that gives her control of this women's final. Let's have a look at the winning forehand in that first set. Seeing just a one ace from Wang XINYU. Pretty close between these two. It's nice and competitive. Well, it's going back to that round of 32 meeting, the China Open in Beijing this year in October. Wang XINYU is really in good form in that match, and everything was just flowing for her.
Second set, Wang XINYU
Steps into serve first in the second set.
Second set.
Well, she's got lots of finesse in her game, and that silky touch, KASATKINA. On the absence of that power, I see from other bigger players on the tour, she is able to, in her best form, bamboozle opponents, pull them around on a string when she is at her best. Oh, super rally. Between KASATKINA and Wang.
15-all.
Great effort, especially with those drop shots. Just have a look at this one here. Wang doing well to get there and causing a few issues with that drop shot off her own. KASATKINA going down, giving Wang the opportunity to pick up the point. Power on that first serve, immediately putting the pressure on KASATKINA. Well played by KASATKINA again. She's quite happy to get involved in these long rallies. You might not necessarily have those massive weapons on court. Players known for, like Wang XINYU for example, aggression and decisiveness of a play. Because KASATKINA doesn't have those massive weapons, she has had to build an intelligent game that neutralizes and disrupts the bigger players Sometimes preying on their lack of consistency and adaptability. And she can be very patient, willing, as I said, to wear the opposition down. An error from Wang XINYU. Sees that game going to KASATKINA. Again, break of the serve early on by DARIA KASATKINA. Something we saw in the first set, in which she was able to give herself that platform and build the advantage. But saw her eventually going on to win it 6-4. She's got that style and that ability, being able to drag opponents around the court into uncomfortable positions. Was able to vary the pace of the play very well. She quite likes it, getting into those situations where there are long rallies and she can just wear you down. Made it into one final this year on WTA Tour. I was at the Adelaide International 2 in January. KASATKINA losing to Belinda Bencic. 6-love, 6-2 in the final, having overcome the likes of Barbara Krajcikova and Petra Kvitova on the way into the tournament decider. 39 wins, 25 losses in a 64 singles matches played this year. And did well to return that serve initially, Wang XINYU. She was straight away put under pressure by KASATKINA. The last title for KASATKINA came in August of 2022 on the inaugural Championnat Banque Nationale de Granby. That made it WTA title number 6. Came quickly off the back of her 5th title, which she won just a few weeks earlier at the Mubadala Silicon Valley Classic in San Jose. It was really her year, 2022. Very decent for KASATKINA this year as well when it came to the Grand Slams. 2 round of 16 exits at Roland Garros. US Open to go along with a very early exit at the Australian Open and a round of 32 exit at Wimbledon. Let's comparing that to an overall career record. It was the first time in her career that she has made it into at least a round of 16 and 2 Grand Slams in a single season since 2018. She suffered a quarter-final stage exit at Roland Garros and Wimbledon. Well, may not have been a strong year in terms of titles won for KASATKINA, but it's been a brilliant year for her opponent. Wang XINYU dramatically improving her ranking across the season this year. Nicely worked. And the chance there just to finish off on the volley close to the net. The overhead smash, making good use of it.
13-all.
Once again, working the angles well, KASATKINA. Setting up the opening. Well, it's another mistake. XINYU again with the overhead volley.
Second sets.
Had a couple of issues trying to dial in the angle and the range in those situations. That's another serve broken. KASATKINA with a very comfortable advantage now. 3 games to love in this second set of the women's final. XINYU making a top 50 debut in September this year,
Time.
reaching a career high, number 32. And posted the best results of her career at 3 of the 4 slams, including a round of 16 run at the US Open, a round of 32 finish at Roland Garros, where she exited at that stage after losing to Iga Swiatek, number 1 seed. She also had 2 round of 64 exits this season at the Australian Open and Wimbledon. Very easily put away by KASATKINA. There was a chance for her to potentially go with the overhead volley and the smash. Instead, just takes a bit of a touch on that, turns it away. It was a cross court for the point. XINYU also reaching the semi-finals at Hua Hin in the Thailand Open earlier this year, and in Osaka in September the Japan Open Tennis Championships. Both those semi-final exits coming after defeats to her compatriot Tu Lin. Ace for KASATKINA. First of this match. Really enjoying that, KASATKINA. Doesn't really get too many aces on tour, just 66 this year.
14-15.
.66 aces for KASATKINA compared to the 93 picked up by XINYU. Game KASATKINA up to 4 love. No mistakes from KASATKINA this time around. Keeping her service game very strong. Wang XINYU also not just moving ahead in the singles game, and the doubles as well. Very comfortable in that discipline. Great winner with the backhand. No chance for KASATKINA. Brilliant shot, drilled with power and accuracy straight down the line. Let's open it up again. It's that power on the serve she's been able to get once more. Well, it's a matter of trying to find that consistency. Oh, changing it up brilliantly. Wang XINYU, clever, very intelligent bit of play. Put some nice disguise on it as well. Look at this. Well played. Holding the service game there, Wang XINYU. That's much better from Wang XINYU. In that game there, just showing the variation that she also has in a game at times, but also making use of her power in the serve and with her ground strokes. It's not giving any chance for KASATKINA to break her serve in that game. Back at that point, going one way and then the other down the line with the backhand winner, claiming the Roland Garros title in the doubles as a runner-up at Hua Hin and Merida. A couple of very good rankings in the singles and the doubles this year for
Time.
Wang XINYU. Bring that doubles ranking on 1 point up to number 18 in the world. Currently ranked 36 in the singles, 22nd in doubles. Wang XINYU coming into this tournament after a round of 32 exit at the Jiangxi Open in Nanchang, losing to Germany's Laura Sigmund on 6-5-7. Well, she has been struggling with a little bit of a knee issue. Saw her exiting the Hong Kong Tennis Open earlier in October at the round of 16 stage. She lost to Spain's Sara Sorribes Tormo 4-6, 6-4, 1-6. Nicely done. Forehand slice. And that drop shot making KASATKINA really work for it. Searching for a way back into this game, Wang XINYU. How about that for an ace? KASATKINA, second one of this match for DARIA KASATKINA again. Celebrates it as she should. That is in. That's the indication from the line judge. Brilliant, brilliant play from KASATKINA. What a finish on that shot as well. Keeping it inbound. He's finding a groove in terms of those drop shots, is Wang. And yet another this time. Going with the backhand, just cutting across it. And those drop shots spot on. Broken a serve here on XINYU.
KASATKINA leads 4 games to 2.
Similar sort of pattern to the first set. KASATKINA was looking very comfortable for Wang and started to break back. Put KASATKINA under a little bit of pressure. Seems to be just happening again here now. Well, history repeating itself. Well, Wang was actually considering ending the season after that Hong Kong Tennis Open in October in order to get her recovery started. I also mentioned that she has been really enjoying herself out there on tour. Having lots of fun playing, so she actually decided to carry on. Carry on through before perhaps finally taking a break after this event. A sign as well of just how much, how important confidence is as a professional athlete. You know, when you're playing well, when you're enjoying yourself in those matches, when you're winning games, those little injury concerns just seem to melt away pretty quickly. When you're not on top of your form, not on top of your game, then they can prove to be a bit more of an issue. She's played a lot of tennis this year, Wang XINYU. 61 singles matches, 37 wins, 24 defeats. Holds a serve, Wang XINYU, bring it up to 3 games. 200 wins and 130 losses in a singles career overall. She's picked up 1.35 million US dollars in prize money this year, Wang XINYU. She's making it tricky for DARIA KASATKINA. 4 games to 0 at 1 point. Back up to 3 now. Just the 1 in it. And if she can find a way to break back in this upcoming game. KASATKINA once more keen to get on with it. Straight off the bench, back on court. Wang XINYU, who's developmentally in a very good place. No real mechanical problem with the ball toss when it comes to a serve. Does have that serve and volley 1-2 punch combo, which we've seen evidence of already in this match. She can sort of get it going. There's also been a lot of talk recently about the development of tennis in China. There's a bit more diversity in the game styles as well amongst the Chinese players. Well, nicely done by KASATKINA. Holding a serve in that game. Very tidy. Kind of across the court. Just with the approach. And the drop shot off the backhand once again for the winner. Well, there's been a realization in the Chinese tennis system about how they need to adjust and adapt to different styles, be able to change the pace of their game. They need to really improve on that ability to play spin and play flat. And an understanding of when to make those decisions to play an aggressive point. Be a little bit more on the defensive. The real need to be able to do everything essentially. They used to produce baseline players, a flat aggressive baseline game. There's been more exposure to the global game. Well, Chinese tennis players, current generation, doing very well in that regard to just match up with what else is going on around the world. They're playing at a high level. Good aggression with the ground strokes just there from Wang. Well, opens it up, rotates the torso, keeps the face of the racket open, and on the follow through. XINYU on the brink of holding a serve here. There you go from KASATKINA. As the example of that willingness to grind down the opposition, fighting a way back the deuce. Wang XINYU holding firm for the moment. Bringing it up to 4 games. 56.5% of her service points won on the tour this season. 66.2% at her service games won on WTA Tour. Decent fight back it's been from Wang XINYU. Just making it tricky for KASATKINA. It will be DARIA KASATKINA serving for the match in just a few moments.
Time.
The best ever finish at the Grand Slam for KASATKINA was at last year's French Open. She exited at the semi-final stage. Yes, Swiatek straight set 6-2, 6-1 after a pretty comfortable run towards that end of the tournament. She does enjoy playing on clay, favorite surface. Wang XINYU on the other hand prefers the hard courts. Really enjoys the Australian and US Open. Now she's a lot more experienced now, KASATKINA. I've spoken previously about being a bit more balanced and happier on and off court. It's looking very good for her. Point away on picking up the win in this final. Just has to hold up on her serve there as the match point sign came on. And that is it. DARIA KASATKINA, a nice touch to finish off this women's final. It's been a fascinating contest, 2 very different styles of tennis. DARIA KASATKINA eventually coming away with the win in straight sets, 6-4, 6-4. Credit to Wang XINYU, who really pushed her opponent. Did well to try and fight back and get into this final again. Worked hard to look for that rhythm, but it was DARIA KASATKINA just with the more experience, a bit more quality on this occasion to pick up the win. 1 apiece in the head-to-heads now as DARIA KASATKINA wins this women's final here at the NGM Macau Tennis Masters. 6-4, 6-4. Congratulations to DARIA KASATKINA. Those 2 aces winning 76% of her first serve points. And overall, picking up the victory. Go across for the on-court interview with DARIA KASATKINA.
So, DARIA, I gotta know. First set, you had some trouble with your serve. Second set, you had a couple of aces. You were quite happy with that. What was going on with the serve?
I have this question for a long time already, you know. I mean, you know, I was also practicing before coming here outdoor. Here is indoor, so I had to get a little bit used to the conditions. Plus, you know, I have a pressure. I'm playing against Chinese, almost at her house, so so it's tough. And then I realized that I don't want to do a TikTok challenge, so I had to increase it. So, yeah.
Good job.
好啦，啱啱 KASATKINA 亦都係同大家講到啦，其實第一盤嘅時候有一個好好嘅發球嘅感覺，而去到第二 set 嘅時候咧，大家都見到佢有多過兩個 Ace 波嘅出現啦。喺嚟到澳門之後咧，其實喺我哋隔離嘅澳門網學校啦，其實係喺外場訓練過，入到內場之後發覺其實打室內嘅比賽啦都唔係咁一樣，所以咧就加強練習之餘，今日有一個好好嘅發揮。
Right. And also, she caught you out a few times with a drop shot. Eventually, you read it. Are you working on your speed? What are you working on coming into the new season?
Well, the serve, bro. I mean, there are aspects which you're working on all the time, which is speed, power, and yeah, basically we're working on the same things all the time, and speed is one of those. But also I'm working a lot on being more aggressive during the rallies, you know, to come more inside. Kind of that.
咁亦都係提到啦，其實呢一個比賽亦都係為新賽季做一個好好嘅準備啦。喺比賽之前啦，其實有加強自己嘅訓練，包括係底線嘅擊球啦，以及係今日不斷要提醒自己就係包括喺新賽季亦都係做到啦，更多嘅進入到場地裏邊，打出更多進攻性嘅網球。
And finally, how important is it to have really good fans backing you? How great was this MACAU crowd?
Well, it was great. Very respectful, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for coming, and I'm glad to see like the place like MACAU. It's, you know, investing and trying to make sport more popular, and that's great. I mean, the sport is very important for the people, and I think it's a very good move. And keep going, guys. It's great also for me to come here to MACAU for the first time. It's great, and I really like this place, and really happy to see people more and more engaged into the sport. And I think like that you will reach more results on the international stage and inside the country as well. Yep. So good luck with that.
嗱，最後最簡短啦 ，KASATKINA 話佢好中意你哋啊，你哋中唔中意佢啊？
Finally, are you sure you don't want to do the TikTok challenge?
No, I'm gonna play with the fan.
But you're happy to do the TikTok as well?
Right. You can have fun with her. Yeah.
I can help her if she wants.
Yeah. You can stand by
Yes?
and then laugh at her if you want to. All right,
She
ladies
needs the help, she said.
and gentlemen, DARIA KASATKINA.
再一次掌聲送俾 KASATKINA。
All right, have a seat for a moment as we have a chat with WANG XINYU, who will have to do the TikTok challenge, but yes.
我們有請XINYU來到場地裡面，接受進行嘅我哋嘅 TikTok 挑戰。
In the meantime, I think let's get DARIA the balls to autograph as well. Because we're gonna have to autograph some balls. We're gonna be hitting the balls to the fans as well. We're gonna get you the balls to autograph the side. But right now, WANG XINYU, come. See that over there? Oh. Yeah, it's a goal. All right. Leon, explain how this TikTok challenge works.
XINYU，我講廣東話得唔得先？得係咪 ？OK， 嗱，咁我哋見到啦，喺 baseline 嗰度有一個好似足球嘅入波幾個網啦，你會有機會可以 bounce 一次，可以彈一次，或者直接進入它，但是一定要打進去，在底線，好嗎？
All right, we're going to be ready. That's the goal over there. WANG XINYU is going to have to hit the ball. You can bounce only once, maximum. You can hit it directly if you want. Go for it. Why not? You have to hit at least 3
3次機會。
All right?
It's okay，介紹自己先，邊聽過？依排之前有冇打過籃球先？有。He has. Yeah, he has. So just do you have any interest or cards for him? Okay, here's that side. You get a side. All right, go. All right. One ball. Just one. All that is a ball. Oh, this is a ball. This is one, right? Are you playing full court or half court? Just half court. Nobody cares what I'm saying. All right, let's start this rally. Wow. You're doing well. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Ah. Everybody. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. This is getting way long. Okay. Hit a winner. See that? Oh my God. All right, hold on, don't go anywhere. We're gonna grab a picture inside. We're gonna take a picture with a Polaroid. You get there right now. I don't have that Polaroid. There you go. Find that little Polaroid. All right. 冇錯啦，我哋嘅下面聽眾啦，將會係獲得KASATKINA嘅親筆簽名獎喺佢哋嘅 Instagram 度。
All right. Congratulations to. What's our friend's name?
Mr. Wong.
Mr. Wong. All right. Congratulations. You get a picture. And I tell you what, right now, one, two, five of you will get a chance to pick up the tennis ball autograph by Daria as well. All right. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
All right.
兩張送俾我哋一啲咧，非常精彩嘅對碰。好啦，跟住我哋呢個時間咧就嗱，現場觀眾朋友屬於你哋嘅時間啦。我哋今日嘅學生方KASATKINA啦，將會喺現場為大家送出5個簽名同網球，而呢5個簽名同網球啦，如果你有機會攞到嘅話咧，會去到現場我哋嘅information會有一個嚟自我哋理工會網球名人賽嘅組委會嘅精美禮品送俾你嘅。
All right. Now remember, these balls only are the exercise that Daria is going to hand to you, but each ball means you get a prize. Take it to the information booth, and you're going to get the
Your turn, ladies and gentlemen.
What's that? One. Who else? Two. Oh, yes.
Thank you.